Hi, everyone. This is Derek Mikulski with OPTP, and welcome to our new content series titled Next Level, brought to you by OPTP, which is Orthopedic Physical Therapy Products, and EIM, Evidence in Motion. Now, through this content series, our goal is to empower you as a clinician to reach the next level of patient care. So every month, we want to inspire you by bringing you top faculty from across the country to share their knowledge about how specialty certifications, post-professional programs, and or even continuing ed courses can help you make real progress in your career and, most important, real progress in the quality of care you offer to your patients. So we're really excited about this. Our first guest is going to be pain neuroscience expert Adriaan Louw, who probably doesn't really need an introduction, but I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about him. He's a senior faculty pain science director and vice president of faculty experience for Evidence in Motion. Adriaan has authored or co-authored over 100 peer-reviewed articles related to spinal disorders and pain science. He's a phenomenal educator. I could go on and on about the things he's accomplished, but probably the most qualified person we know to talk about pain neuroscience and how it can benefit a clinician and their patients. So, Adriaan, we're really excited to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Derek. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, no problem. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into our questions here. And again, this is really meant to provide you, the clinician, with information about how bringing your education to the next level can help you and help your patients. So today our topic is going to be pain neuroscience education. And Adriaan, our first question for you is, what inspired you to get into the field of pain neuroscience?
Nothing. Nothing inspires somebody to really take on chronic pain. Easy answer is I failed, Eric. I was not trained to do this. And when I encountered the challenges of treating people with persistent pain, it was really hard in the clinic. And the easy answer is I failed. I couldn't help people, but then some very kind people through my career trained me, gave me information to read, and I started getting involved in this process. And it was one of the most incredible experiences in my life as a clinician, to this awakening, if you will. So no, I didn't wake up one morning going, yay, I want to do chronic pain or treat people with persistent pain. But I stumbled into it because I couldn't help them and I wanted to help them so bad. And then I went on this journey. And as I said, there was so many amazing people helping me along the way. I learned. And once I see it work, oh my gosh, it just took off from there on out. So there's no epiphany that I woke up one morning. I couldn't help them and it bugged me a lot. So that's the easy answer.
Yeah. Well, I know you've seen this and how it's impacted clinicians and their patients. So, how does learning about pain science help a clinician to take their career and how they treat patients to the next level?
Yeah, I think it ties to the question you just asked. I'm living proof. I mean, I was struggling in therapy. It was hard for me to work with patients, but once I understood how to treat more complex patients, it got easier. It's always this idea. We spend a lot of time and money on things like acute low back pain that gets better often by itself. What if we can get really good at the more complex patients and then work backwards? And for me, that was the epiphany. What if a person with persistent pain wasn't that hard to treat? They're still hard. It's not that easy, but they're not as hard. Now clinical practice becomes more fun because the challenging patient isn't that challenging anymore, and you can really impact them. And then things like back pain and knee replacements and ankle sprains become kind of benign, if I can say that. I know people are going to get mad, but then the therapy becomes fun. It becomes, hey, I can do this. I can help people. That's, I think, is the critical part for me.
Okay. Yeah. What about for I'm going off the script a little bit here for those PTA, or PT students who are just getting into, the depths of their PT curriculum. How
Yeah.
would you describe pain neuroscience education to them? Like what's a 101 definition? I think it would be helpful for those up and comers or even individuals who aren't familiar with the concept
Yeah.
to understand.
It's simple. Therapists work with movement. We work passive, active movement, manual therapy, exercise, all those things. Movement helps pain a lot, but a lot of people don't want to move because they're afraid, they're nervous, they're anxious, they got bad thoughts and beliefs. Pain neuroscience education just calms their fears where they go, I got it. The guy with the funny accent explained it. Now I'm going to move. And what makes them better? The movement. We're not going to replace therapy. It's still all the cool stuff you're trained in school is going to make people better. But some people are just nervous, they're anxious. And what P&E does, it calms you, which then allows you to move. What made you better? Movement. We're movement people. We're not, that's really the biggest part of it. And it's such a cool skill for all of us to have anyway.
Yeah, that's a great way of summing it up. Thank you for doing that. So I'll move on to the next scripted question now. Do you think there's a pain course that every graduating PT should take? And how can investing into this course or certification help a PT take their career to the next level?
It's probably a loaded question, but the easy answer is yes. I mean, I'm going to be biased, but our pain neuroscience education course is for me foundational. In my perfect world, I'm the old guy that's traveling around the country teaching this story, right? And one day when I'm retired, it'd be so cool to look back and say there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of people have taken this foundational course that has taken them from here to here. By the way, starting your career 7, 8 steps ahead of me. I'm kind of a little bit not upset, but I'm a little bit more jealous of you because that's the cool part. Because once you understand pain, you're less afraid of it, even as a clinician, and you're willing to, you can help people get them further along their path. But the pain neuroscience education course, for me at least, is that's why we build it. That's why we made it. And then from there on out, whatever people want to do, they can, take them to other parts of it. But that for me is foundational. Our goal is to train as many people in that to change the base from here to here. That's all we want to do. Now, if you want to go to the pinnacle, to the certifications and stuff, that's on you. But if we can take the base up, I think we're going to make a huge impact in pain in this country.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, last thing that we'll do here is I would love to ask you to share, the most profound or one of the most profound patient stories that you have for us, how you've seen this treatment impact somebody and help them on their journey to healing.
Yeah, I could probably ask you how much time I've got. There's so many that sit in my mind, but there's one patient that changed my life. I always call her Susie. That's not a real name, but she came into our clinic. She had chronic pain. I mean, she was the classic patient, hurt everywhere. Nothing's helping. She was reaching the bottom of the barrel. She had no idea what to do anymore. As a therapist working with movement, exercise, manual therapy, my tool I had to make her better was to move her, but she didn't want to move. She was afraid. She was nervous. She had pain for years. And I just remember sitting with her, teaching her about pain, creating a nice relationship, some therapeutic alliance. And I just watched this lady literally just calm and calm and calm. And it was that, oh my gosh, whatever I'm doing right now is also working. And I remember asking her, can you just stand up for me? And then I asked her to bend again. And I mean, Derek, she moved drastically forward and drastically back and sideways. I haven't touched her yet. And as a therapist that did manual therapy, that was the epiphany, oh my gosh, she got better without touching her. Now, we still did the other stuff, but just the idea that there are so many ways to calm people and to impact their pain, that for me was huge. I wasn't trained in that. I was trained, lay down, I'm going to fix something. She wasn't broken, by the way. We just had to calm her. And it was so impactful. By the way, she's the first patient I ever wrote up as a case study. It's the first paper I ever published. And she changed my life. And here I'm sitting now talking to you years later about pain science, by the way, because of her. And I'll never forget her. So yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that's amazing. And, I know our experience there, personally with PNE is much different. I every day get to see like reviews and talk to clinicians and even some patients submitting reviews on our website about how your work has changed their lives. And really it's amazing to see what it's done. I mean, at trade shows and things like that, when we've got your books, it's wonderful hearing what this education, this knowledge has empowered clinicians to do and how it's help them, take their careers to the next level and their quality of patient care to the next level. All right, Adriaan, well, thanks so much for sharing that with us. I will also direct people who are looking for more information on Adriaan's work. OPTP, of course, we carry all of or most of Adriaan's books, and so definitely check those out as well. Adriaan, we really appreciate you joining us today. Is there any final words you'd like to leave everyone with here?
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I would just encourage clinicians with OPTP, we created a website, whyouhurt.com, which is a great resource for clinicians. It's free. There's free information, videos, all those kind of resources for you. So check it out, whyouhurt.com, great place to go and just learn about P&E.
Perfect. All right, Adriaan. Well, thank you so much for helping us kick off our Next Level content series in collaboration with EIM Evidence in Motion. Everyone, make sure you stay tuned for a new interview next month. Until then, thanks so much.